Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of RCT1 Scenarios but Beautiful. In today's episode I'm going to tackle the scenario Pacific Pyramids. Now, Pacific Pyramids is a scenario that actually takes place on the same map as Dynamite Dunes. You may actually recognize the shape of this mountain, except it has been altered a little bit, but the general shape is still the same. And the area of the map that you can build in is also different. Now I plan to make a nice wall around this area, also make it look a little bit more lush, and it will kind of be inspired by the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Now first off I'm going to make a nice looking entrance to the park and also make a nice looking wall around it. I'll build a little bit and then I'll just copy and paste it to the rest of the park. Now before I do any building, let's have a quick commercial break. Is this you after a long day of riding coasters? Could you use an energy boost? For Rollercoaster Tycoon's 25th birthday, Madrinos has teamed up with Rollercoaster Tycoon and created several limited edition products. The first one is a cotton candy charge refresher. It's low in sugar, low in calories, contains 190 milligrams of caffeine per serving, has a delicious cotton candy flavor. Second product is Funnel Cake Cold Brew Coffee. It's made in an instant, all natural, and has a sweet funnel cake flavor. You can buy these products separately, or you can get the starter kit. The starter kit contains a choice of the cotton candy charged refresher or the funnel cake cold brew coffee. It also contains a limited edition Rollercoaster Tycoon shaker cup. It also comes in a really cool packaging. You can find these products by going to madrinos.com or by using the link in the video description. Use the code COASTER for 30% off on these products. Alright, now back to the video. Okay, I hope you enjoyed watching me build that entrance. I think it looks really cool. Now I copied some of these walls and I pasted them all around the park. I think that also looks pretty nice, and I've removed the original park fences. So this is now our area to build in. Now for this part I think I will keep this elevated. Can probably build some nice terraced temples against this. You will see what I mean later. For the pyramids I'll probably leave them in place, but I might raise them a little bit so we can build stuff under them. I think that will look pretty nice. And yeah, for this area I also want to have a coaster running through it, and I think this area will be perfect for a Vekoma family boomerang. Alright, the corner of the park now has a nice Vekoma family boomerang, as you can see here. It has this spike leading upwards, then after it gets released it has a twisty track in between these pyramids. Also dives under the path here, just for a little bit of interaction. And finally here there's a vertical spike at the end, after which it returns back to the station. Now it does look a little bit like an actual head chopper here. I may do something about it, maybe not. But yeah, I am really happy with the way this now looks. As you can see, also lots of foliage next to the walls and in between the ride. And I also used this first pyramid to make a 3D cinema inside. Now, what I'm going to do next is put something in and around these pyramids I think I could connect these two with a building and make some kind of dark ride inside. And for this one, I could probably turn it into a place where guests can get some food and some drinks. Alright, I've now did some work on these 3 pyramids. Now these 2 pyramids, I connected them with a building, and inside this building, I just put a car ride track and I put these spinning wild mouse vehicles on it. I didn't decorate the inside of this building. I don't think many people are gonna look inside these buildings with a cutaway view anyway, so this is probably good enough. And for this pyramid, I just put some places here for the guests to get some food and some drinks. So here you can see a cotton candy stall, and here's a funnel cake stall. And over here there's a stall where guests can get some cold brew coffee, and over here they can get the charged refresher. Okay, over here I can probably add some kind of shoestring ride, and something else which I want to do is work on this area over here. Now, right now there's just some of these random walls on it. What I plan to do is make it look like some terraced gardens like you would find in the hanging gardens of Babylon. I think it will look really cool. And we can probably also fit a log flume on it when it's sort of done. Alright, I've added 2 more rides to the park. Over here you can see a Starflyer. Now I just can't help myself. Maybe I'm addicted to building these. But yeah, I think they always look great. And it was a great way to fill up this spot we had over here. And of course over here I built this huge temple with the log flume passing through it. Now I'm super happy with how this turned out with all the foliage here on the edge of these walls. And yeah, I think all in all it looks pretty nice. It's not overly detailed, but I do think it looks pretty impressive, especially when you look at it zoomed out. Yeah, I'm super happy with the River of Babylon. Now, park is slowly getting filled up. What I want to do now is add 2 more coasters. I think here in the back we can fit a nice wooden coaster. And over here we have this long space. I think it will be perfect for a Heartline twister coaster. Alright, I added 2 more coasters to the park, and with that, most of the park is now filled up. So first off, here's the Heartline twister coaster called Icarus. Now, I did some trickery here to make these vehicles reverse. And I also put a log flume reverser here to make it look like the vehicle is actually turning around. Now I mixed some track here. You can see some hybrid coaster track, some vertical drop coaster track here on the top. And together with all these tracks, I made this layout here. Now I have to say it is a little bit fast through some of the layout, but yeah, I do like the way this coaster track looks. So I'm not going to try and make it any slower. Yeah, I'm super happy with this Heartline twister coaster. I think the support structure for it also looks pretty nice. Now I also made this Sidecar XL ride right next to it. It's a popular flat ride that you see in more and more parks nowadays. It will always look nice if you build one of these in your park. Now, and then after that I created this big wooden coaster here in the corner, called it Babylon Blitz. Yeah, over here, station, also the storage building with the transfer track. And yeah, I'm also a big fan of this layout I created. Yeah, I really enjoy watching this coaster. Nice and curvy. Now I did put quite a lot of decoration here in the middle already. That's because I really don't want to have to do any footers. So yeah, in order to not have to do those, I will display foliage next to the coaster where I can. That will make my life a lot easier. Now all that's left for this park is now to just do some more detailing, and I will also add a lot of entertainers in the park, and later I will name all of them after my patrons. Anyway, I will do this detailing off camera.
One eternity later.
Alright, I've done some detailing throughout the park. Now, as you can see, I hit most of the places where I would normally put a footer for the wooden coaster. I really didn't feel like doing footers. And some foliage in the middle also doesn't look bad, I think. I think it looks pretty nice like this. Now, I put some extra rides here. We have a little twist here and a spiral slide just to fill up this area. And for the rest, yeah, I just put lots of little details throughout the park. Nowadays, you can actually freeze staff members in place while still having them do an animation. So I used that here to make these handymen on the roof that are now watering these plants. I think that's a nice little detail, and you can see several of these throughout the park. Now, speaking of staff members, I put 69 entertainers throughout the park. Nice. And I will now name them all after my patrons. Alright, all 69 entertainers now have a spot in the park, and they have all been named after my patrons. So yeah, most of them are in the park, but I also made a little bandit camp outside the park here. And for example, you can also see them trying to climb the wall with a ladder that is too short. Yeah, I tried to make some funny scenes here and there. Also, some of the entertainers are just roaming around in the park. It's quite difficult to find spots for so many entertainers, but I do hope you all enjoy your spot in the park. And if you want to know, if you're a patron and you want to know where your spot in the park is, just give the park a download. You can download it from my Discord server, it's completely free. Alright, with the patrons now all named and with the patrons all having a spot in the park now, I think it will be fun to take a little tour through the park. So over here you can see the entrance of the park. By the way, I also made a little scene here with some of these knights having a mock battle with each other. Now over here you can see the entrance of the park. There's a big wall around the entire park, and it starts over here. I made a nice looking gate over here, also some knights guarding it. Over here there's some ticket booths, there's also some toilets here. Now here's the place where your ticket gets checked. There's also a knight hanging here from this arch. Now over here you see the pyramids that were originally already in the park, and I made this Vekoma family boomerang that twists in between these pyramids, and there's this vertical spike over here. Over here you can see this Starflyer ride. You will see this often in my parks. In these pyramids there's a little dark ride with these spinning wild mouse vehicles, and over here in this one there's a 3D cinema. Now, over here you can get some funnel cake, some cotton candy, and here you can buy some cold brew coffee or a charged refresher. Now over here I made this little flat ride, and of course next to it there's this big Heartline twister coaster. I thought it would fit well in this this narrow slot of land that I had left here. Now over here you see a big temple which has this log flume going through it. Really happy with how this one turned out. And finally over here there's this large wooden coaster. I'm also really happy with how this one fits here in this corner of the park. Well, that was Pacific Pyramids, but beautiful. Let me quickly change the scaling. Yeah, it was really fun building this park. It's really nice getting back to these RCT1 scenarios. And yeah, this one was really fun to do. I really like the theme which I came up with and how it turned out in the end. Now, I also hope you enjoyed the video. To end this video, yeah, we will take a ride on all the 3 coasters of the park. Now, if you enjoyed this video so far, please give this video a like. It would really help out my channel. If you want to see more of these videos, you can always subscribe. And I would also love to hear in the comments what you think of this video. Right, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.